Hello everyone. In our last class, we discussed with the first colligative property, relative lowering of vapor pressure. In this video, we'll continue with the remaining colligative properties, that is elevation of boiling point, depression of freezing point, and osmotic pressure. Now to recall, colligative properties are those which depends only on the number of moles of solute particles, but not on the nature of solute particles. So we'll start with the second colligative property. It is elevation of boiling point. Now before going to elevation of boiling point as a colligative property, we'll recall few fundamental concepts. As we know, boiling point is the temperature where the vapor pressure of the liquid becomes equal to atmospheric pressure. For example, if we have water, now we know that water will boil at 100 degrees Celsius. Now this 100 degrees Celsius is called as the boiling point of water. Now what happens at this temperature for water is that, so the vapor pressure of the water will become equal to 1 atmospheric pressure or 1.013 bar pressure, so which is our atmospheric pressure. As a result of reaching the vapor pressure of water to the atmospheric pressure, the liquid water will start boiling. So with this basic fundamental boiling point information, we'll understand what is meant by elevation of boiling point. To relate elevation of boiling point, again you recall from the previous concepts. So Raoult's law of liquid solution with addition of non-volatile solute to the volatile solvent. As we know, addition of non-volatile solute to the volatile solvent always decreases the vapor pressure of the solution. Now, before the addition of non-volatile solute, for the volatile solvent, the vapor pressure will be high. As its vapor pressure is high, its boiling point temperature will be low. We'll call that boiling point temperature of a volatile solvent, so which is a low boiling point due to high vapor pressure, as TB naught. So TB naught, which is mentioned here, is indicating the boiling point temperature for the pure solvent fraction. Now, if you add a non-volatile solute to the solvent, volatile solvent, as we know, its vapor pressure decreases. As vapor pressure decreases, now more temperature is needed for the solution to make its vapor pressure to become equal to atmospheric pressure. Hence, the boiling point of the solution elevates, that is increases. So we'll call that boiling point of the solution obtained due to addition of non-volatile solute as TB. So TB naught, boiling point of pure solvent, TB, the boiling point of solution. Now the difference between the boiling point of solution to the boiling point of the solvent in its pure form is called as elevation of boiling point. The difference between the two is giving how exactly the increase in temperature happened, or what is the exact increase in temperature as a boiling point temperature with the addition of non-volatile solute. So now it's clear, elevation of boiling point is defined as the difference between the boiling point of the solution to the boiling point of the pure solvent. So this elevation of boiling point is represented by the symbol delta TB. Now we'll understand the definition of this with the help of a simple graphical representation. Now we'll take vapor pressure on the y coordinate and the temperature increase on the x coordinate. Observe the plots which are placed in the graph. This orange color plot is representing the solvent fraction. This blue color one indicating the solution. Assume this horizontal line, that is the green color horizontal line, so which is parallel to the temperature axis, as a 1 atmospheric value. So that is our normal atmospheric pressure. Now observe this orange color plot, that is the solvent relationship with its vapor pressure and temperature. Assume this is the particular vapor pressure of the solvent at a given temperature, some x degree Celsius. At a given x degree Celsius, its vapor pressure of the solvent. So we'll consider as this particular starting origin of the plot. Now from here you keep on increasing the temperature. As we know, increase in temperature favors the increase of vapor pressure. As a result, vapor pressure of the solvent keeps on increases with increase in temperature. As it increases, now what happens there? So at a particular temperature, so the vapor pressure of the solvent becomes equal to the atmospheric pressure. Now that corresponding temperature, we'll call it as TB naught. So TB naught is the boiling point temperature for the solvent in its pure form. To indicate the pure form, you consider this naught symbol, TB naught. Similarly, you assume now what happens to the solution. As we know, addition of non-volatile solute decreases the vapor pressure of the solution. And we'll consider at a particular temperature here, the vapor pressure of the solution is somewhere here. If you observe at the same temperature, vapor pressure of the solvent is high. So this shows that with addition of non-volatile solute to the volatile solvent, the vapor pressure is decreased. Now from here, again the same relationship. If you keep on increasing the temperature, the vapor pressure of the solution increases. As the vapor pressure is lowered with addition of non-volatile solute, now the temperature corresponding for the vapor pressure of the liquid, the vapor pressure of the liquid solution to become equal to atmospheric pressure. So we'll consider that as a TB. So TB representing the boiling point temperature where the vapor pressure of the solution is becoming equal to atmospheric pressure. So this is the boiling point of solution. Now from this it is very clear TB is greater than TB naught. That is, the temperature required to boil the solution will be greater than the boiling point temperature of solvent. TB is greater than TB naught. Now the difference between this is called as delta TB, elevation of boiling point. The difference between the boiling point of solution to the boiling point of pure solvent is called as elevation of boiling point. Now we'll try to understand the elevation of boiling point as a colligative property. So from various experiments, it's been shown that elevation of boiling point is directly proportional to the molal concentration of solute in the solution. It's molality term, that is number of moles of solute present per kg of the solvent. Experimentally, it is shown that elevation of boiling point is always directly proportional to molality of the solution. By removing the directly proportional, we'll get a constant of proportionality called Kb. So Kb is called as boiling point elevation constant or molar elevation constant or ebullioscopic constant. Boiling point elevation constant, molar elevation constant or ebullioscopic constant. So it's a simple concept. Remember very clearly, elevation of boiling point is directly proportional to molality. By removing the directly proportional, the constant of obtained, that is a constant of proportionality obtained, is called as ebullioscopic constant. Now how we can define this ebullioscopic constant? So you assume when the molality of the solution is 1 mole per kg, molality is exactly 1 mole, then we can define the elevation boiling constant or molar elevation constant or ebullioscopic constant as elevation of boiling point. Kb is defined as delta Tb when molality of the solution is 1. That is, if it is required to give the definition of Kb, we can assume the molality of the solution as 1 to define the Kb. Now, the equation clearly explains elevation of boiling point is a colligative property, because we know that molality is number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg. As delta Tb is directly proportional to number of moles of solute, so it's a clear indication. So the property depends on only the number of solute particles but not on its nature. So the unit of Kb, if we consider, it's a simple rearrangement to remember the unit. So Kb will become delta Tb divided by m. So as delta Tb is the temperature, it is Kelvin per molality. So molality unit mole per kg. Mole in the denominator will be mole inverse, per kg it will be kg. Hence Kelvin kg per mole is the unit of ebullioscopic constant. Delta Tb by m, Kelvin kg per mole. So this is the main information to learn the colligative property. Now we'll see this colligative property, how it is helpful in the calculation of molar mass of the solute with the expansion of this main equation delta Tb is equal to Kb into m by assuming the definition of molality. So we'll go with its molecular mass of solute calculation. Now, if we observe in this slide, as we have known, delta Tb is equal to Kb into m. So, molality, we know that it is defined as number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg. Number of moles of solute is given by W2 divided by M2, mass of solute divided by molar mass of solute, whole divided by mass of solvent in kg, that is W1 divided by 1000. Now this is the definition of molality equation. It is number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg. So try to recall the concepts what we learned earlier about the molality. Now we'll take this definition of molality equation to substitute in elevation of boiling point equation. Now by replacing m with its definition equation form, delta Tb is equal to Kb into 1000 into W2 whole divided by M2 into W1. It's a simple rearrangement. Molality as it is if you taken, so 1000 here will go to the numerator, hence it is in the numerator here. W1 will be in the same place, M2 will come to the denominator, so hence the rearranged form is delta Tb is equal to Kb into 1000 into W2 divided by M2 into W1. Now we'll rearrange the equation further for the calculation of molar mass of solute. Now if you consider, now M2 you make it towards the LHS side and delta Tb in the denominator towards RHS. Molar mass of solute is rearranged with 1000 into W2 into Kb divided by delta Tb into W1. So this is the final equation by using elevation of boiling point as a colligative property to calculate the molar mass of solute. Try to remember the main equation, definition of molality, substitution of its definition equation to get the molecular mass of solute to obtain. So the problems based on molar mass calculation is a very important topic from the unit solutions. From the 4 colligative properties, molecular mass of solute will be generally asked to calculate for 3 mark problems. Try to observe. The first priority you need to give to get molecular mass rearrangement by using the definition equation of elevation of boiling point. Now you try to give what are all the each terms represents. Already it is taken in the explanation. So recall with final equation form now. M2 molecular mass of solute, W2 mass of solute, Kb abelioscopic constant, delta Tb it is elevation of boiling point, so which is calculated as a difference between Tb minus Tb naught, where Tb is boiling point of solution, Tb naught is boiling point of pure solvent. Then W1 represent mass of solvent. So to express the mass of solvent in kg, 1000 is taken here. So this is the second colligative property. Now we'll understand the third colligative property. Depression of freezing point. Depression of freezing point. Again, the understanding from the boiling point condition. Now you can relate it for freezing point. Before going to depression in freezing point, we'll understand how we can define the freezing point for a liquid. Now, what is a freezing point? Again, it is the temperature so at which the vapor pressure of the liquid becomes equal to the vapor pressure of the same in solid form. Freezing point is the temperature where the vapor pressure of the liquid becomes equal to the vapor pressure of the same in its solid form. For example, if you take water, water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. And the freezing point of water is, it is 0 degree Celsius. Now, if you add a non-volatile solute to the volatile solvent, the concept is same. You can recall volatile solvent vapor pressure will be high and non-volatile solute addition will decreases the vapor pressure of the solution. As we know, the freezing point of the liquid is the temperature at which vapor pressure of the liquid becomes equal to vapor pressure of the same liquid in its solid form. So hence we'll call the freezing point temperature of the volatile solvent by Tf naught. This will represent the freezing point of pure solvent as Tf naught. Now, due to the addition of non-volatile solute, the vapor pressure is decreased now. As a result, the solution will freeze at a lower temperature when compared to the freezing point of the pure solvent. So we'll call that freezing point of the solution as Tf. Tf naught as a freezing point of solvent, Tf as a freezing point of solution. Now it's very clear. The freezing point of the solvent will be more when compared to freezing point of solution here. If you recall in the previous colligative property, boiling point of solution is greater than boiling point of pure solvent. That is Tb is greater than Tb naught. But here the freezing point of the solvent will be greater when compared to freezing point of the solution. Hence don't confuse between the two in relating the definition of the respective colligative property. Now, by relating the two, so we can define the depression of freezing point as the difference in freezing point of the pure solvent to the freezing point of solution. It is Tf naught minus Tf is defined as the depression of freezing point. As the addition of non-volatile solute lowers the freezing point, so the word depression is giving the significance of that. So Tf will be less. So depression of freezing point. Now the same you can understand with the graph represented here. Again, vapor pressure will take on y coordinate, temperature on x coordinate. This orange color plot indicating the pure liquid solvent, and this blue color one, so we'll consider as the solution vapor pressure versus temperature plot. Now if you observe here, somewhere at this given temperature let the vapor pressure of the liquid is here, pure solvent. Now, if you keep on decreasing the temperature at a particular temperature, the solvent will freeze. That is, its vapor pressure becomes equal to vapor pressure in solid form. So we'll call this temperature where the vapor pressure of liquid solvent is equal to vapor pressure of the same solvent in solid form as a freezing point temperature of solvent, TF naught. Now, with addition of non-volatile solute, as we know, the vapor pressure is decreased now. Now say at the same temperature, vapor pressure of the solution is here, which is lower when compared to vapor pressure of the liquid solvent. Now from this lower vapor pressure, again you keep on decreasing the temperature. At a particular temperature, the vapor pressure of the solution will become equal to vapor pressure of the liquid solution in its solid form. So we'll call this corresponding temperature where the vapor pressure of solution becomes equal to vapor pressure of the solution in its solid form as the freezing point of solution, TF. Now the difference between the two, TF naught and TF, is called as depression in freezing point. So hence delta TF is defined as TF naught minus TF. Now if you observe this particular region in the plot, so this indicates a frozen solvent. So once its vapor pressure attains the same vapor pressure in its solid form, now this particular sudden decrease in the vapor pressure shows that it is a complete frozen solvent. Now you mainly concentrate on these plots to signify the temperature aspect to understand the depression in freezing point. Delta TF so will be TF naught minus TF. TF naught is greater than TF. Now to understand this depression of freezing point as a colligative property, again experimental observation shows that delta TF is directly proportional to molality. That is, depression of freezing point is directly proportional to the molality of solute in the solution. By removing the directly proportional, we'll get the constant of proportionality, Kf. Here Kf is called as freezing point depression constant or molar depression constant or cryoscopic constant. Kb is abelioscopic and Kf is cryoscopic constant. So B you can remember with boiling point, F you can remember with freezing point to relate. So the rearrangement to get the unit of Kf is same as that of Kb, and the unit of Kf is also same. It is Kelvin kg per mole. If you are rearrange Kf, delta Tf divided by m, so delta Tf is Kelvin. Molality, it is mole per kg, in the numerator kg mole inverse. Since the unit of Kf is Kelvin kg per mole. So again, from the equation, it is very clear elevation of boiling point is directly depending on the molar concentration of solute in the solution. Indicates it depends directly on number of moles of solute particles, hence it is a colligative property. So similar to elevation of boiling point, so we'll see the rearrangement of this equation to calculate the molar mass of solute. Now delta Tf, depression of freezing point, is directly proportional to molality. By removing the directly proportional, the constant of proportionality obtained is called as Kfm. So from this equation directly you can start to rearrange to get the molar mass of solute to calculate. Delta Tf is equal to Kf into m. So by substituting the definition of molality, that is number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg, W2 by M2 whole divided by W1 by 1000. If we substitute the definition in depression of freezing point equation, now depression in freezing point is equal to Kf into W2 by M2 whole divided by W1 by 1000. And now rearrange this to get the molar mass of solute. So 1000 will come to the numerator. Then M2 will come in the denominator. That M2 you rearrange towards the LHS side, delta TF towards the RHS side. So the simple rearrangement will give M2 is equal to Kf into W2 into 1000 whole divided by delta TF into W1. The equation is same as that of elevation of boiling point, but the difference is that instead of Kf, Kb will be there in the elevation of boiling point. Instead of depression of freezing point delta TF, delta TB will be there. Apart from that, the equation form is same. But in the calculation of delta TB and delta TF, it is having the difference. Delta TB is TB minus TB naught. Delta TF is TF naught minus TF. That is freezing point of solvent minus freezing point of solution. So in the final equation, so try to expand all the terms to remember what it signifies. M2 molecular mass of solute or molar mass of solute. Kf the cryoscopic constant or molar depression constant. W2 it is the mass of solute. Delta Tf depression of freezing point if the value is not given directly. So by using its definition, Tf naught minus Tf has to be calculated to substitute in the formula. W1 explains the mass of solvent. Now these are the two another very significant colligative properties after knowing RLBP. Now with this we completed 3 colligative properties in detail. Now we left with the last one, so that we'll try to consider with our next class. Thank you.